and then ults, and then that person gets caught, the Trundle gets blocked out, can't actually approach because he gets slowed, gets isolated. I can see the power here, because sometimes you can just ult the Trundle. There's just a lot potentially going to be lost here in this bottom lane, as Lens is really fishing for this.
Yeah,
and Cuz is here.
Yeah, Cuz going to move in. Calyx, health bar in a little bit of a rough spot.
Like they're like, Lens is over here.
They're closing in, and there's the flash forward. Lens may have found the only window to get in there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The seismic shove pulls back the Rel. He's headbutted under the turret. He knows there is no way he's getting out of that one. The pulverized headbutt from Peter, beautifully done.
What a puzzling call, though, from Lens to stay that long.
I think he knew that, like, he was just...
Yeah, and almost beat Gen G, by the way.
Yeah. The equalizer going to go down here as Kingen taking a few ticks of it.
Flash, he might just be dead here.
Oh dear, the heat is stacking up. The flame spitter, there it is! Solo kill for Perfect, and Peter is looking for something on the other side. BDD to catch up to him, and the flick back onto Lehans will spell the death of the horse pants lady. That is going to be 3 kills for KT. The feats of warfare coming in. They are going strength to so I'm a little bit worried. It may just continue. These Void Grubs are going to be the first ones to go down as Lehans looks for a bit of an angle. That's a decent pulverize to try and help him out, but doesn't get Gideon over the wall, and Gideon is just going to take down the cow. So mispositioning there from Mr. Peter, you could say.
No equalizer. He needs some help here.
Yeah, Cuz moving into position, and they do have Gideon coming over. Peter spots out Lehans. And now they're looking for the angle. The Magnastorm connects onto 2 as Doctom is the target. Peter's getting rid of the rest of them, though. And it's only Lehans that was able to get on top of the 80 carry. Chains of Corruption goes wide, and the unbreakable will of Peter is unfortunately going to be broken. As he does get a little bit of a headbutt off, but Gio's still going to be able to take him down.
This is going to get a reaction out of Gideon. He may be baited, though.
I take it all back. Caster curses are indeed real. As now Gideon's going to come in and look to see whether he can get at least a flash, and he does get that. Never mind the turnaround coming on in. The equalizer is pretty beautifully placed, but Gideon throws out the Glacial Prison. BDD create the positioning. Peter with the headbutt, actually beautifully done. Separates Gideon from the rest of the 2. They say, we'll take that. Look for some plates here off the back end.
Oh, the other side, though, Gwen going to be looking for some plates top side here as well with those 3 grubs. I think KT need to get a little bit more here. As okay, they do have a teleport from Perfect that will stop that. So this actually works out really well. They use BDD's teleport, but because Perfect still has these, he can just answer that, and that is going to be the second dragon here from KT off of a side lane play. Sure, Peter died moments before, but the Drake wasn't up yet, so Nongshim couldn't capitalize it. Now to 2 dragon lead here. Let's find out what Soul. Another Chemtech.
See, I knew it. I knew it. He was right here on the broadcast yesterday, and 3 Chemtechs snuck through.
I swear every other patch.
There was no hope.
Every other patch, man, it's got to be bugged. Like,
yeah, it's very odd.
Like, on this patch, we have had nothing but Chemtech souls.
This was a perfect flash.
Yeah, I like Gideon looking for the Glacial Prison onto Peter, but unfortunately, BDD does have the TP. In live, Perfect is just getting away from a bit of aggression there from Kingen, but...
And wow.
Well,
is it going to be the counter solo kill as the snip comes in? Not quite enough! Speaking of not quite enough, Calyx able to get himself out of there with a sliver of health, but Lehans, I don't think he's going to be so lucky. He throws out the Magnet Storm to try and hold Peter in place, but the Unbreakable Will lasts just long enough. It's the noodles that you want to drain first, you know, then it's totally doable on a
They're not going to win this race, though, I don't think. Even with the grubs, Trundle hitting that pretty hard. Equalizer gets dropped down here as well. They're not even going to get it. Nope. And bottom side, the turret does go a man down for this fight. I think giving this up is probably the correct call.
Yep, because can throw the pillar into this brush, make things frustrating, but they don't have a lot of vision. There are 5 people of Nongshim over here. Yeah, the rotation up is coming on through here as there's the knock-up onto Cuz, and they just burst him down. No subjugation even available. As now Kingen dashing around the fight. BDD catches out Gio on the offside, and he just throws a huge rock at Lehans. Gio able to flash his way out, but BDD's flashing after him. Doctom and Peter trying to keep themselves alive as Calyx starting to go bonkers in this Herald pit. And now Perfect has turned up. This Flame Spitter is so scary. 3 versus 2 as Nongshim look to run away. They did manage to get themselves a Rift Herald. There is a positive in this play, but the positives for KT are looking like they're better. 4-4-2 in advantage here for KT.
They're going to drop it on this turret that was basically dead anyways, and KT are looking for a play here in mid.
Peter is just constantly going for these plays. Does get rid of the Gwen, who was running towards the cow. It's going to try and go for a little bit of a siege. I don't know whether they're going to be getting it here as Kingan's going to be moving in. Peter wanting to try and peel him as best he can. The headbutt's being utilized. The trample as well is so good at buying so much time. Needlework coming on through, but there it is. Chains of Corruption with the follow-up, and down goes the Gwen. The flash headbutt as Gideon is pulled out of position, and Peter dies. But he's always trading up.
Oh man, Peter is
apart from the times when he didn't earlier in the game.
Yeah, but he's having in his highs, man, an incredible end here of the first half of the year. As BDD hiding on this brush here, they're looking for a play, lands on the flank.
Yeah, there's a curtain call to come through as well, and that is pinpoint onto BDD into this backline. The Seraph's shield not going to be enough for Hens. Will trade himself for it, and now Perfect is gonna chase down this Jhin. Tokdom gonna grab a double kill by sniping him with that piercing arrow. And once again, Nongshim finding like a heroic play onto one person and then losing half of their team.
Yeah, Calix making the play, has 3 kills now on this Yone, but is going to go down. Opportunistic there.
Yeah, it's like the one guy in the game where like everyone else running around with knives and he's got a flame. As Ju gonna look to see whether he can defend. Dancing Grenade going to be helping out. Seismic Shove, no crash down for you, Lahens, as the Chains of Corruption comes in. Peter able to headbutt him around, and Lahens nowhere to go. Aftershock not helping even a little bit, and the Otacon is going to be coming up in 7 seconds time. I don't know whether...
Turn it on its head again, or going to turn this into an Otacon. Contesting this will be a challenge.
Oh, Flash just going to get BDD out of there. Yep. And so Calix shows himself on the top side of the map. That is going to mean that this Otacon does go down. Gideon tries his best, but it does not work out. And look at that. Just put a little kennel in the tri-brush, and you all walk away for free.
Yeah, no... No sort of trade back here, no exit kills, nothing, even with the composition that has such long-range follow-up as Gideon. I don't know about this, man.
I don't know about that one either. We get the zoom in onto Peter, who didn't get the headbutt down. That's okay, as Kingan, he's diving forward. The equalizer positioning on top of the kennel is gorgeous, but the Gwen is able to... But never mind! The piercing arrow as Tokdom makes his presence known. It's a double kill for the Varus. And KT they just have every play read.
Yeah, it's every single moment, every single angle Nongshim think they have, and it gets tougher and tougher the further you fall behind. We're looking at 6-17. 23 kills in this game at 21 minutes in, and KT bounties are up, but good luck getting even a single one of those. As Tokdom, the sniper, 7 kills on this Varus, is going to take out the mid turret. Bottom turret is... play it right. Maybe if it's a flub on the equalizer, maybe there's an angle, but KT aren't flubbing so far.
Yep. That equalizer was, I guess, a little bit of a flub, but I don't think Perfect needs it to kill King, and he indeed definitely does not. Him and Peter going to be easily able to take him down as the outer turret going to fall soon after. 18-6.
Maybe a bounty on the cards here?
Oh, potentially. Calix there towards that bottom side, utilizing those 3 grubs that they did manage to pick up. Feels like a distant memory here for Nongshim fans. And do you know where the cope comes from, Wolf?
Where?
The cope comes from talking about KT as a team. Yeah. And do you know what a beautifully played game like this means? That means that there are a lot of people at home thinking that KT are perhaps a very good team, which could be worrying for the next few games. In goes Peter, Seismic Shove gonna pull back Gideon. They are just, it's a hive mind for KT here as they set up the CC and take down the jungler. Now BDD looking to get rid of Kingan as well, and yeah, he is not getting out of that. Toasted and taken down. It's BDD with a double kill. They're going to look for an inner turret off the back end of it, and KT could take anything that they like. There is a soul on the table for this team if they would like it.
Cuz didn't even ult Gideon. He's like, well, he's caught, man. It's done. It's over. I don't even need to take his resistances away. I'll save it for something. With how much control they have over the map and how much siege they've been able to get done, they are going to be able to take this fourth, Chemtech Dragon here, the soul in the...
Well, they do it as well. They do manage to take the soul. That is Chemtech soul for Cuz. And so this Trundle will not be killed. I don't think, again, in this game, as Lahens will. He is looking to go down right about now. BDD at melee range with everyone, but he's so far ahead it does not matter. That's perfect down there coming from the enemy base. And so that is going to spell a Baron for KT, and I don't think that there's going to be any answer.
None.
Baron just spawned 5 seconds ago. KT are going to look to remove it from the rift.
He has TP, but where's he going to go? I mean, look at all the vision they have. Now, I want to talk about something here really interesting. You mentioned it, and I think it was a really good call-out. This almost could have been blind pick for these two teams, right? In terms of what they love to play, what they've been playing leading up to this game.
I mean, it definitely looked blind pick for Nongshim.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, they ended up getting completely countered and destroyed by KT in this draft, but they're also playing no Gideon on the Sejuani, and that's what's more concerning for the implications of what happens later in this series as well. KT with such a start.
Yeah, I would agree. A 1-0, especially with a win on red side, it is such a big deal, even if Nongshim win a game back. That is the kind of energy I want to see from all of you guys. That's what we need to hold close.
Yeah, it's not like BDD is playing Talia that he's really good at, or Perfect playing his best champion Rumble that took away from Kingin. Kingin went for the Gwen or anything like that. No. It's just anyone would have won. It could have been me, Atlas.
It's not going to be Lehens. Lehens just walked over 1,000,000 wards and is now probably in trouble. Cuz is just walking away from everyone. He's down to 50% health though. Might need to subjugate that one back. As the wall goes down, the shove connects onto Gideon and he is just eliminated. Equalizer to stop anyone from escaping. Kingin gonna go down. There is the heroic play from Calyx into the back line. It looked really cute. It looked really cool. But ultimately he dies and this is gonna be the ace for KT. Perfect might be dying for the first time, and never mind. There's a pillar. There's a pulverize. There is a cow in pajamas. And KT are looking for game one.
That is the end of that, Atlas. 12,000 goal lead at the end. A sub 28-minute game here, faster than average, and KT making it look easy. They're fourth in a row here in road 10.